actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages at the site of competition is prohibited. We thank you in advance for your cooperation.
Yeah, so if you could turn and then three, I know that it's drop out, but if you do it three and then it's three, then I know it's down. But
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Wheeling. Leading off and playing in left field, number 4, Mackie Paxson. Batting second, playing in right field, number 2, Kelsey Green. Batting third, playing first base, number 42, Madison Kay. Cleanup hitter and second baseman is number 24, Cassie Fay. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 6, Anna Florzak. Batting sixth is the shortstop, number 8, Jenna Hollerick. Batting seventh, the designated player, 0, Maria Clark. Batting eighth and catching, number 5, Grace Momery. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 11, Natalie Starter. The starting pitcher for the Cardinals is number 25, Tessa Wise. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineup for your Carson-Newman Eagles. In left field from Jackson, Tennessee, a 5'6" freshman, number 15, Trinity Brooks. In center field from Gadsden, Alabama, a 5'5" sophomore, number 14, Abby Martin. In right field from Saudi Daisy, Tennessee, a 5'7" senior, number 4, Mary Vandergrift. At third base from Orange, Connecticut, a 5'5" senior, number 42, Brooke Matazowski. At shortstop from Knoxville, Tennessee, a 5'7" junior, number 2, Hayden Dye. At second base from Harrodsburg, Kentucky, a 5'5" junior, number 33, Kennedy Warder. At first base from Corrington, Tennessee, a 5'4" senior, number 12, Macy Hughes. The catcher from Cross Plains, Tennessee, a 5'9" sophomore, number 40, Macaulay Bailey. And the starting pitcher from Morristown, Tennessee, a 5'3" senior, number 28, Emma Frost. Carson-Newman is coached by Michael Graves, assisted by Holly Tucker Vance and Carmen Holt. Athletic trainer, Becca Brandstetter. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps. Current and former service members may render a salute as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome to Vicky Kazee Hollyfield Softball Complex here in Jefferson City, Tennessee. We have a non-conference matchup today, doubleheader between Carson-Newman and Wheeling University here on the Eagle Sports Network. Ryan Wilkes with you, taking you through all the coverage of this afternoon's action as Carson-Newman looks to get over 500 for the first time here in the 2024 season. Sitting at 10-10, 2-0 in the South Atlantic Conference. Good stretch as of late, winning 8 of its last 10 games. So Carson-Newman rolling, taking on a Wheeling squad that is struggling so far this year, 3-16 on the season. So Emma Frost on the mound, or in the circle for the Eagles, as she looks for another good start. She's really found her footing here with the Eagles. 3-1 record, 3.23 ERA, and 39 innings pitched. So ready to go, leading it off for Wheeling is Mackie Paxson, hitting .311 on the year. She'll step in to start off this ball game. Sunny afternoon, but a windy and chilly one, about 50 degrees and windy. Here at first pitch. First pitch to Paxson is in there for strike one. 11:30 first pitch, actually just a couple minutes after 11:30, but you wouldn't be able to tell it with the Carson-Newman bench early on. A lot of energy from this Eagles squad who is rolling. Paxson slices this one foul off to the right side. No balls, 2 strikes the count to start off today's ball game. Kelsey Green on deck, Madison Kay in the hole as you look at Mackie Paxson's numbers. .311 average, 14 hits for her on the year. As Frost delivers the 0-2, that misses for ball one. Looking at the Eagle infield, Macy Hughes over at first, Kennedy Warder at second, Hayden Dye at short, Brooke Matazowski at third, and Macaulay Bailey calling the signals behind the plate this afternoon. The 1-2 from Frost is popped up foul. In the outfield, it's Mary Vandergriff in right, Abby Martin in center, and the freshman Trinity Brooks, who's off to a good start in her first season with Carson-Newman, gets a start in left field. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to the leadoff Paxson here in the top of the first as Frost delivers. This one dribbled right side. Warder scoops it up, underhand dish to Hughes at first for the first out of the inning. Not a bad at-bat there from Paxson. Fought off a couple pitches, but ends up rolling out to second. Here is Kelsey Green stepping in with one away. Emma Frost just a couple games ago here at Vicky Kazee Hollyfield Softball Complex tossed a perfect game against Kentucky State as Green offers at this one and misses for strike one. Top 3 in the order, actually top 4, all batting above 300 for this Wheeling squad. As Frost deals the 0-1 to Green, it's popped up left side and foul. Paxson at .304 after she grounds out. Green hitting a 300 on the dot. Kay, who is on deck, hitting .375, and Faye in the hole at .438. So a tough top 4 in the order for Wheeling this afternoon as count 0-2 to Green. Frost wheels and deals the 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. First punch out for Emma Frost, as there's quickly 2 away. Nice pitch from Frost. Lofted over top of the bat of Green for the second out of the inning. Here's Madison Kay looking to keep the top of the first alive for Wheeling. As Frost deals, this one fought off back in the netting behind the plate for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 away, no score here in the top of the first frame. Again, the Eagles looking to get over 500 this afternoon if they can sweep this doubleheader, as this one swung on a miss on the off-speed, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs as Emma Frost looks for a 1-2-3, top of the first. Here in game 1 of 2, the 0-2, high and away, ball 1. Again, nice afternoon, looking at the skies, just wispy clouds overlooking the Vic here on the campus of Carson-Newman, but windy afternoon, about 50 degrees, definitely chilly as we get in the early spring weather, as this one offered at miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Emma Frost, which ends the frame. Wheeling goes down scoreless and hitless in the top of the first, as we'll head to the bottom of the first. No score here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Back on the Eagles Sports Network for the bottom of inning number 1. The Eagles and the Cardinals scoreless in this one. As Maria Clark in the circle. Initially it was Tessa Wise. They made a change as Maria Clark, the designated player. She'll be in the circle to start this one. 7.30 ERA. 30 2/3 innings pitch, a 1-4 win-loss record. As she'll face the top of the Eagle order. Bottom first, no score after a 1-2-3 top of the first from Emma Frost and the Eagle defense. Here's Abby Martin hitting .304 on the year. She'll step in as Clark will deal the first pitch of the at-bat, and it clips the inside corner for strike 1. So similar to Wheeling, Carson-Newman's top 4 in the order, all having very good starts to this season. Martin at .304, Macy Hughes on deck hitting .356. Macaulay Bailey in the hole, a couple notches off of 400 at .388. Next pitch is down at the ankles for ball 1. The Eagles have found offensive success as of late. The biggest result being an 18-11 win at Coker. Exciting game from the Eagles, winning that one in comeback fashion. The 1-1 catches the outside part of the plate for strike 2. So Clark in the circle for Wheeling here in game 1. As again, the Cardinals trying to find their footing here in this season, just 3-16 on the year. As Clark will deal the 1-2. Martin bounces it right side and through for a base hit. Abby Martin aboard with a single. Good start for her. And the Eagles had the first base runner of this game. Nice piece of hitting from Martin, slapping it through the right side. And she'll get aboard with no one out. Hughes steps in. Martin aboard first for Carson-Newman, looking to strike first in game 1 of the doubleheader. Clark looks home and she'll deal. This one's in there. Martin takes off from first. The throw is sailed over the head of the shortstop, and Abby Martin has herself a stolen base. The Eagles will look to run early and often today as Martin got a good jump there. And the throw, really no contest to Abby Martin trying to rob second. 0-1 the count to Macy Hughes, runner in scoring position for the Eagles here with no one out. Clark looks home, she'll deal the 0-1. This one skips in for ball 2. Nice block behind the dish by Mummery to hold Abby Martin at second. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. As Clark looks home, deals the 1-1. This one checked back towards the circle, scooped up by Clark. Throw to first is in time, but productive out number 1 as it moves Abby Martin over to third base. Here's Macaulay Bailey. She's had herself quite the start to her sophomore campaign. Take a look at her numbers. She's first in the South Atlantic Conference with 7 home runs and second in RBIs with 25. So not skipping a beat is Macaulay Bailey from her excellent freshman season. First pitch to her, well high. Skips off the backstop. Now Martin in between third and home, and she'll retreat back to third at base. That one with enough momentum to come right back to the catcher Mummery and not allow Martin to advance home. A fortunate bounce for Wheeling. That for the moment keeps this game scoreless. 1 ball and no strikes to count. As Bailey steps back in, the 1-0 is drilled deep center, going back to the track, the wall, and that one a no-doubt shot off the bat of Macaulay Bailey. The 8th home run of the year for Bailey to dead center field. Almost got a piece of the scoreboard, and the Eagles lead 2-0. Got every bit of that ball, did Macaulay Bailey, sending it out to deep center. A no-doubt shot that gives the Eagles the lead in the bottom of the first. It's a quick conference between Wheeling's infield and its pitcher, Maria Clark, as now she'll have to face another tough bat in Hayden Dye. Dye having an excellent season so far, hitting .433, had a really nice doubleheader against Coker. Eagles swept that with a 2-0 mark in the South Atlantic Conference right before conference play gets fully underway. As Clark looks home, first pitch to Dye is low and in, ball 1. So 2 hits for the Eagles so far in the bottom of the first, still just 1 out, as Abby Martin got aboard via the single. And then Macaulay Bailey's no-doubt shot to dead center field gives the Eagles the early lead. Dye steps back in, 1 ball and no strikes to count. Clark will deal low for ball 2. Dye in the box, Matazowski on deck. She's coming off a 2 home run game. And the doubleheader split with Southern Wesleyan just a couple days ago. And Kennedy Warder in the hole. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Dye. As Clark will deal low and in, ball 3. So quickly Wheeling threatening to put on another base runner for Carson-Newman, who may be looking for a big inning here in the bottom of the first. Again, that top 4 in the order, Dye hitting .433, the best among the top 4 bats in the Eagles order, but the other 3 not too far behind. This here's a 3-0 to Dye. She takes high, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk for Hayden Dye. With how she's been swinging the bat recently, that might be the best result for Wheeling here in the first inning. Brooke Matazowski will step in. Dye aboard first. Righty-righty matchup here between Matazowski and Clark. First pitch of the at-bat. Finds the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Two-0 your score after the Macaulay Bailey 2-run home run to score Abby Martin, who led the game off with a single. 0-1 the count to Matazowski. Clark deals low for ball 1. Matazowski hitting .273 on the year. She's really picked it up as of late. As she awaits the 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to count. Clark deals. Matazowski lines this one to center. Gets over the head of the center fielder, Stoner. Rounding second is Dye. She'll pull up at third. And Brooke Matazowski, a 1-out double. That puts runners on second and third for the Eagles with just 1 away. Nice piece of hitting there from Matazowski. Hard hit ball got over the head of Stoner in center and all the way to the wall. With 1 out in the inning, Dye didn't get that big of a jump. If Stoner made the play, she'd have to retreat to first. Nonetheless, second and third for Kennedy Warder. Matazowski on second, Dye on third. And Wheeling with just 1 out. In the bottom of the first, Clark deals low for ball 1. Looking at the Wheeling infield, Kay at first. Faye at second. As Clark will look home and deal the 1-out. That misses for ball 2. Hollerick over at short. Florzak at third. Mummery behind the dish. In the outfield, it's Green and right. Stoner in center and Paxson in left. 2 balls and no strikes to the count to Kennedy Warder. A chance to cash in a couple as the Eagles look for a big inning here in the first. 2-0 to score, but a chance for more. The 2-0 is taken down the middle for strike 1. Warder in the box, Lucero on deck, Vandergrift in the hole as we go 6, 7, 8 in the Eagles order here in the bottom of the first. Possibility of batting around here in the first frame of offensive work. 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Warder as Clark deals inside at the knees, called ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to count to Warder, looking to work her way aboard, hitting .241 in the year. And a chance to get aboard and possibly load the bases for Brooklyn Lucero. Here's a 3-1. It's low, ball 4. 2 walks now from Maria Clark. Here in the bottom of the first, walk Dye, who stands on third, and now Warder occupies the vacant first base bag. Brooklyn Lucero had a bases clearing double against Coker that put the Eagles in front, and eventually the Eagles poured it on at the end of that one, won it 18-11, looking for a similar result right here with 1 away. Clark deals first pitch of the at-bat, high and away, ball 1. Nowhere to put Brooklyn Lucero here with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Every base occupied, Warder on first. Matazowski on second after the double, Dye on third. Want to know the count to the North Carolina State transfer, Brooklyn Lucero. Pitch is swung and a miss, strike 1. Rare swing and a miss here in the first for the Eagles. They've been seeing it well. Lucero just couldn't get a piece of that rise ball out of the hand of Clark. Lucero in the box, Vandergrift on deck, Trinity Brooks in the hole for the Eagles. As here's the 1-1. Lucero takes low. Nice block. As now Matazowski caught between second and third. The throw back to the bag, not in time. As Matazowski caught a bit off guard there. Thought Dye was taken off from third to home. Good awareness to get back to the bag safely. As the Eagles maintain the bases loaded opportunity. 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Lucero. I think he caught Mummery a little off guard too. That Matazowski was caught in a bit of a pickle there. As here's a 2-1 to Lucero. High and away, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Wheeling 1 ball away from walking in a run. Already 2-0. Here in the bottom of the first, and a big chance for the Eagles to break this one open early with 1 swing of the bat. Here's a 3-1 to Lucero. This one dribbled up the middle to short. Throw goes to first, is in time, but the Eagles score a run out of it on the fielder's choice off the bat of Brooklyn Lucero. No chance for a double play there, as Lucero got just enough of it to score the run from third. Dye comes in and slides in safely to home. Still second and third with 2 away, as they'll bring Mary Vandergrift up to the plate. Clark looking to limit the damage here in the first. Would be a win for Wheeling to get out of this inning, just allowing 3 runs, as this one misses low for ball 1. To recap, Abby Martin started off the bottom of the first with a single through the right side. Macy Hughes retired, and then Macaulay Bailey stepped in and delivered a 2-run home run. Here's a pitch to Vandergrift, misses low again for ball 2. The other run came in to score just moments ago. Brooklyn Lucero grounds into a fielder's choice. It scores 1. Big series here for the big doubleheader here for the Eagles. Try and get some confidence before conference play really kicks in. As here's a 2-0. Vandergrift takes it low again, ball 3. Looking forward in the Eagles' schedule. Got a doubleheader with Limestone on the 13th. Mars Hill on the 16th, and Newberry on the 23rd, Lincoln Memorial on the 27th, and Wingate on the 29th. To round out the month of March, the Eagles have been good. Here in the month of March, 4-2 record, 2-0 in the South Atlantic Conference. The 3-0, high and away, ball 4. As that will walk the bases loaded once again. Mary Vandergrift takes her bag, and that brings in Trinity Brooks. Michael Graves having a discussion here with home plate umpire. sure what this change will be, but it looks like Michael Graves is making a change. It'll be Winter Morris to step in. Trinity Brooks will not hit in this frame, as it will be Morris to step in with 2 down. Big chance for the freshman to get in a couple here. 2 down, Morris will step in. And 2:14 in her first season with the Eagles. First pitch of the at-bat to her is low, gets away. No advancement from any runners as Mummery able to get enough of it to keep it in front. The count 1-0. Morris will round out the first trip through the Eagle order. As Abby Martin stands on deck, she started off the bottom of the first with a single. Here's the 1-0 offering. High and away, ball 2. Clark struggling here in the first. 2/3 of an inning through, 3 walks, 3 earned runs. No strikeouts so far. He's gotten a couple outs on ground outs, one from Lucero and one from Hughes. 2-0 the count. The pitch to Morris is high, ball 3. Another 3-0 count for the Eagles. Nowhere to put Winter Morris here with 2 down in the first. Wheeling will have 4, 5, and 6 due up when it comes to the plate. But still 1 out left to get here in the bottom of the first. Eagles really have a chance to break this one open as a 3-0 is in for strike 1. Take all the way by Morris. They earn a 3-0 count. As count moves 3 balls and 1 strike. Vandergriff on first. Warder on second. Matazowski on third. The 3-1. Misses high, ball 4. That'll walk in a run. 4-0 Carson-Newman as Matazowski. Sweatshirt on, so not sure that she will come in right now. Maria Clark likely to stay in the game. But nonetheless, an early check on Maria Clark here in the bottom of the first. Again, she's walked 4, giving up 4 earned runs. 2 of them came on the Macaulay Bailey 2-run home run. And Brooklyn Lucero's fielder's choice had scored 1, and then Winter Morris's walk brings in Brooke Matazowski. Just a quick chat between Chapman and Clark in the circle, as she will remain in the game. Abby Martin back to the plate. She's 1 for 1 with a single to start the inning for Carson-Newman. Martin with her second at-bat of the inning, with Carson-Newman leading 4-0 and a chance for a lot more here in the first. Clark looks home. She'll deal the first pitch of the at-bat. That's low. It gets away from Mummery. Racing home is Warder, and she will touch home and score. That one got off the protector of Mummery. Nice jump by Warder from third to realize. And she comes in standing up. Skipped off the glove and plenty ways away. Rolled almost all the way to the Carson-Newman dugout. As now second and third, Eagles lead 5-0 on the wild pitch. 1-0 the count to Martin. This one's outside, ball 2. 36 pitches now for Maria Clark here in the first. She's walked 4, given up 5 against this Eagles attack. Just 2 of the runs coming off a hit here in the first. The other 3 on either walks or ground outs. This one chopped back towards third. Martin beats out the throw, and she's in there in time. An infield single for Abby Martin, her second of the day, as Florzak just couldn't get there in time. A chopper over to third. Skipped in front of home plate. Almost a swinging bunt from Abby Martin, and that's enough to get her aboard. Bases loaded again for Macy Hughes. 0 for 1 here in the first. Still 2 down for Wheeling, but it's been a elusive third out as Hughes takes inside and low for ball one. 5-0 your score. 5 runs on 4 hits for the Eagles, 2 of which coming off the bat of Abby Martin. Macaulay Bailey has her 2-run home run. Brooke Matazowski has a double. There's a pitch to Hughes. This one dribbled left side towards short, scooped up, throw to second, in time to beat the sliding Martin. But the Eagles get 5 in the bottom of the first, leading 5-0. Will head top 2. The Eagles out in front early on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Back on the Eagles Sports Network, top 2 on the way between Wheeling and Carson-Newman. A lengthy bottom of the first for the Eagles. Tallied 5 runs on 4 hits. As now Wheeling will look to respond. 4-5-6 due up. They'll start with Faye in the box. Frost back in the circle. She deals the first pitch at bat. It's sliced out of play. Really nice bottom half of the first inning for Carson-Newman. Macaulay Bailey's 2-run home run. And Abby Martin with 2 singles in the frame. But Macaulay Bailey's 2-run home run is the only 2 runs of the inning that scored via a hit. Couple bases loaded walks, a fielder's choice ground out that scored 1 off the bat of Brooklyn Lucero. As Faye rips this one right side past the diving glove of Warder. The throw to first from Vandergriff, not in time to get Faye. Heads up play from Vandergriff though in right. She's done that a couple times. But Faye gets the board on the single. Nice attempt by Warder there too to try and snag it on the diving attempt, but good hustle by Faye to beat the throw from Vandergriff. Nice awareness from her too to realize that that was a possibility. Now it's Florzak to step in for her first appearance of the day. As Faye's aboard first with no one out. First pitch from Frost. Faye's going to take off on the hit and run. Line drive to short. Dye grabs it on the line. And the throw back to first gets Faye. A quick 2 outs. On the line drive that found the glove of Hayden Dye. And Faye taking off on the hit and run kind of surrendered in between first and second. And quickly there's 2 away. Here's Hollerick with 2 down. Not a bad idea there from Wheeling, trying to get some action on the base pass, but just a tough break for the Cardinals. As Hollerick awaits the first pitch of the at-bat. That's in there for strike 1. So the Eagles have a chance to get the bats back up to the plate quickly. With Macaulay, Bailey, Hayden Dye, and Brooke Matazowski due up right where you want to be if you're the Eagles trying to extend this lead. This one popped up right side as Hughes will watch it fly to play. No balls, 2 strikes, the count. To Hollerick, who's hitting .341 on the year. As Frost will look home, ready to deal a 0-2 pitch. This one's popped up behind the plate. Macaulay Bailey will give it a look, but it's out of play. Frost so far this afternoon, nice inning and 2/3 of work from her, allowing the 1 hit that did not come to pass just a couple moments ago off the bat of Faye. As Florzak lined into the double play. 2 strikeouts so far for Frost, looking for her 3rd. 0-2 the count. Here's a pitch. Misses outside, deflects off the glove of Bailey, and the count will move 1 ball and 2 strikes. Decent trend of building so far for the Eagles. 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position. That's what, or runners on, 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Still solid at bat so far for Carson-Newman. Here's the 1-2. Bailey gives cross up and misses inside for ball 2. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Wheeling does get a hit off Emma Frost here in the second inning, but nobody on with 2 down. The pitch to Hollerick, grounded left side, and Matazowski grabs it, but it's out of play. Count remains 2-2. Hollerick in the box, Clark on deck. Mummery in the hole, 6, 7, 8 in the order for Wheeling on its first trip through. The 2-2 popped up. Right side, Vandergriff will take care of it and right for out number 3. So Frost gives up a hit to Fay, but Hayden Dye grabs a line drive, converts a double play, and the Eagles get out of the top of the second unscathed. We'll head to the bottom. Eagles lead 5-0 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
Back with the bottom of the second inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. It's been the Eagles' day so far, leading 5-0. As it'll bring Macaulay Bailey back to the plate, 1-for-1 with a 2-run home run. As she steps in against Maria Clark. Clark looks home, deals the first pitch to Bailey. It's low for ball 1. Bailey just .03 away from batting .400 here in the season. She's really been quite excellent recently. Her 8 home runs lead the South Atlantic Conference. 27 RBIs now after the 2-run blast. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Bailey. As Clark deals, misses outside. Actually clips the outside corner for strike 1. Bailey laid off that one, but did get the outer black of home plate. As the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a pitch to Bailey. The off-speed misses low for ball 2. Clark had a tough time finding the zone in the first. 4 walks. And the Eagles, only 2 of the 5 runs came on a hit. Macaulay Bailey's 2-run home run. The only one that came off a hit. 2-1 the count to her. She'll sky this one right side, not a play. Count moves 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dye on deck, Matazowski in the hole. Those 3 have really caused some problems for teams as of late. Hayden Dye playing excellent ball right now, as is Brooke Matazowski. As count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bailey. Here's a pitch from Clark. This one dribbled back up the middle and through for a base hit. Macaulay Bailey works her way aboard on a softly hit ball up the middle. 2 for 2 now for Bailey. Got over the glove of Clark and through the middle of the infield. Again, with the way that some of these Eagles are hitting, that might be the best result you could ask for if you're Wheeling. Just a base hit off the bat of Macaulay Bailey as Hayden Dye will step in. Runner on first in Bailey. First pitch to Dye is in there for strike 1. It's the first all-time meeting between Carson-Newman and Wheeling, as these 2 teams will square off for the first time in its program's histories. Here's a 0-1. Misses high. Count moves 1 ball and 1 strike. Wheeling losers of 8 straight, looking to get back on the right track today. The Eagles, again, looking to get over 500 for the first time this season. Dye skies at left side and foul. For Wheeling, the problem hasn't necessarily been hitting the ball as a team, 312 average. The Cardinals are at 257 out of 260 Division II softball teams. And team ERA, 1039 or 1029 between the Wheeling arms, and that has seemingly risen here in this ball game. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. This one skips in for ball 2. No one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Eagles get a base runner with Macaulay Bailey's single to start off the frame. Dye, who walked in her first at-bat, awaits a 2-2. Clark looks home, deals a 2-2 to Dye. She fights it off. Right side not a play. Matazowski on deck, Warder in the hole. As Matazowski ripped that double in her first at-bat. Eagles 5 for 8 so far today. A couple walks, or 4 to be exact, out of the hand of Maria Clark. Here's the next 2-2. Dye swings and misses up high, strike 3. A rare strikeout for Hayden Dye, actually just her 4th of the season. Nice pitch from Clark, the rise ball. Dye not able to get a piece of it as she's down for the first out of the inning. Here's Brooke Matazowski, as I mentioned, 1 for 1 with that double in the first. As Bailey stands on first after the leadoff single. First pitch to Matazowski is high for ball 1 as Brooke lays off the rise ball out of the hand of Maria Clark. 1 ball and no strikes, 1 away here at bottom 2. Eagles lead Wheeling 5-0, 5 runs on 5 hits. No runs on 1 hit for the Cardinals. The 1-0 misses low, gets between the legs of Mummery, and Macaulay Bailey will take second. Bailey pointing out the second base bag, almost slipped and fell on the bag at second. As you see, this one just gets right between the wickets of Mummery, and Bailey able to advance. The pitch is high to Matazowski as the count moves 3 balls and no strikes. So Bailey in scoring position for the Eagles, looking to extend this lead here in the bottom of the second. Again, we'll play 2 today between Carson-Newman and Wheeling. As Matazowski awaits a 3-0 take all the way. That clips the top of the zone for strike 1. Warder on deck, Lucero in the hole for Carson-Newman. As the Eagles about halfway through the second trip through their order. 3-1 the count to Matazowski. She pops this one up to right. Center fielder Stoner under it. Bailey tags up from second, and she'll take third base on the fly out off the bat of Brooke Matazowski. So productive out off the bat of Matazowski, but now there's 2 outs in the frame. As Kay makes a play in right center. Bailey able to easily advance to third. Here's Kennedy Warder, a chance to cash in. Bailey from third with 2 down in the bottom of the second. As Clark spins the ball in her right hand, gets the call behind the plate from Mummery. Deals the first pitch to Warder. She takes down the heart of the plate for strike 1. So Wheeling looking for a scoreless bottom of the second to keep this game within relative striking distance. Clark's been a lot better control-wise here in the second inning after 4 first-inning walks. Here's the 0-1. Warder swings and misses, strike 2. Clark looking for her second punch out of the frame and her second punch out overall after getting Dye to swing and miss. No balls and 2 strikes to count. The offering to Warder misses high, gets off the glove of Mummery. Bailey racing home. The throw is not in time from Mummery as Macaulay Bailey scores from third. Bailey showing off some wheels here in the second. Nice slide to avoid the tag from Clark, who came in to cover home. And textbook stuff from Macaulay Bailey, scoring from third base, and the Eagles lead 6-0. Base is empty now for Warder, facing a 1-2 count. As Clark will deal the 1-2 offering. Warder lifts it right side down the line, but it's tailing foul. So Warder stays alive. A loud foul ball off her bat. Now she'll step back in. The count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Overall, here in the second, Clark's done a good job dealing with the heart of the order. Able to retire Diane Matazowski. 2 tough bats as of late. But Bailey does reach for her second time as this one misses low for ball 2. Abby Martin and Macaulay Bailey combining for 4 of the 5 hits for Carson-Newman so far. The other one coming off the bat of Brooke Matazowski, who's 1 for 2. As Warder awaits the 2-2 offering. The pitch from Clark. Fouled off into the backstop. Nice job by Warder to fight off that rise while Clark seemed to go to that quite a bit here in the second. Got Dido offered at it, missed that time. Warder able to elevate just a little bit and foul it off. Count remains 2-2. Clark back in the circle, looks home to Mummery, gets the call behind the dish. There's the next 2-2. Chop left side, scooped up at third by Florzak. Throw is offline. It gets away from Kay. Warder racing to second. She'll slide in safely. I believe that'll be an error on Kay. Tough play for Florzak. The throw was on line though. Kay just couldn't handle it. Let's take a look. Chopped over to Florzak at third. She threw across. And Kay just couldn't get down low enough to scoop it up. So now Warder just like that in a scoring position on the error with 2 away. As Brooklyn Lucero will step in. She scored 1 on the fielder's choice in the first. As here's the first pitch, the at-bat to her. Misses high for ball 1. Quite the nice afternoon here at the Vic. You're just looking outside, but you step outside, you feel the wind. It's quite chilly here this afternoon. As here's the 1-0 to Lucero. Misses high again for ball 2. It's been hit or miss whether Maria Clark's been able to get the Eagles to chase that rise ball. As Lucero able to hold up. Count moves 2-0. Warder on second after she reaches on an error. As Clark deals to Lucero. She lifts this one to center. Back to the wall. It's gone. Brooklyn Lucero, a 2-run blast. Her first of the season. And the Eagles extend the lead to 8-0. Almost deja vu of Macaulay Bailey's blast in the first as Lucero dons a pink cowboy hat. As she absolutely launched that one to dead center field. And the Eagles already in run rule territory here in the second. That'll bring Mary Vandergrift to the plate. Wheeling probably kicking itself a bit after a dribble to third looked to get them out of the frame. But Warder able to advance to second on the error by Kay at first. And then Lucero capitalizes on the opportunity with the 2-run home run. Second 2-run blast of the game. This one off the bat of the North Carolina State transfer, Brooklyn Lucero. Vandergrift watches the first pitch outside for ball 1. Trinity Brooks on deck after Winter Morris hit for her in the first. As if Vandergrift can get aboard, we'll bring Brooks to the plate. A 1-0. Finds the outside corner for strike 1. Eagles have really picked it up offensively as of late. Looking back on the season opening series in Florida, 10 runs against Eckerd, but the Eagles didn't score more than 5 in the following 3 games, but since then it's really picked up as Vandergrift dribbles this one right side. It's through for a 2-out base hit. Mary Vandergrift gets aboard as the Eagles keep on moving here with 2 down. Vandergrift gets just enough muster on that one to get it through the right side of the infield. As now Brooks will step up for her first at-bat of the day. So the freshman up at the dish. Left-handed hitter facing off against the right-handed Maria Clark. First pitch to her. Just gets the outside corner for strike one. No balls and 1 strike to count. Vandergriff on first with 2 down. Eagles lead 8-0. Hot start for the Eagles at the plate, hitting 7 of 13 so far as a team. Wheeling just 1 for 6. The 0-1. Same spot, same result for strike 2. Brooks in the box. Martin on deck as we round out the second trip through the Eagles' order here in inning number 2. 5 runs in the first, now 3 in the second. As Eagles have 8 runs on 7 hits. Here's the 0-2. Brooks chops it back towards second. Scooped up, but bobbled. And Brooks gets over there in time. Vandergriff heads up play to go to third. Now Brooks running to second, and she'll dive in safely. What a wild sequence with 2 down. It was fumbled by Faye at second. She bobbled it, and when Faye went over to third to try and get Vandergriff, Trinity Brooks, Banana peels around first base and gets over to second. Really heads up play by Mary Vandergriff. The senior showing her experience. And Brooks able to advance to second. It's going to be ruled an infield single off the bat of Trinity Brooks. That puts her on second. And Vandergriff on third. Abby Martin having a very nice day at the plate so far. 2 singles. Steps back up with a chance to cash in a couple. Here with 2 away. It's all started with the error by Florzak at third that allowed Lucero to get the 2-run home run. Now the Eagles continue to move through the order. First pitch is high for ball 1. Brooks on second, Vandergriff on third. And Martin at the plate with Macy Hughes on deck, Macaulay Bailey in the hole. The 1-0 is dribbled up the middle, scooped up at short. The throw to first is high, but snagged by Kay. Actually, they're going to say it pulled her off the bag. It pulled her off the bag, and that will score 2. As Vandergriff comes in from third, Brooks scores from second. Let's see, did that heel come off the bag? It sure did. It looks like she might have got it back down before Martin was in there safely. But nonetheless, it's ruled that the foot of Kay was pulled off the bag. 10-0 Eagles. As now a 5 spot in both the first and the second. Hughes steps in. That'll be ruled an error on the shortstop, Hollerick. As Hughes watches, now Martin taking off. The throw is high. Martin dives in safely to second. Her second robbed bag of the ball game. Eagles showing aggression early and often as Martin, no problem getting into second base. 1-0 the count to Hughes, still looking for her first hit of the ball game. She's 0 for 2. The pitch to her is low. As the count moves 1 ball and 1 strike. Eagles looking to add more, already leading 10-0, 5 in both the first and the second. 10 runs on 8 hits. A couple of them have came off wheeling mistakes here in the second. The 1-1. The line back towards center field. That's a base hit. Rounding third, coming home is Martin. She'll score with no throw. And Macy Hughes rips an RBI single. The Eagles lead 11-0. Now it's a Macaulay Bailey's turn. As Hughes just shot that one back up the middle. Textbook hitting with 2 away for Macy Hughes. That easily scores Abby Martin. As it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner here for Macy Hughes. It'll be Elena Smith to come in and pinch run for Hughes, who just ripped the RBI single. Now 6 runs for the Eagles in the second. It looked for a moment like Clark was going to limit the damage to maybe just 1, if not no runs for the Eagles. Macaulay Bailey scored on the pass ball to start off the action as Bailey takes high, ball 1. So Smith on first, comes in a pinch run for Macy Hughes. A sophomore utility player with some speed on the base pass. 1-0. Bailey pops it up behind the dish. Monterey gives it a look, but watches it sail out of play. Now 9 hits for the Eagles after the most recent one coming off the bat of Macy Hughes. As the Eagles have not had any trouble waking up today for an 11:30 first pitch. 1-1 the count to Bailey. This one is low, and it gets away from Mummery. Smith easily advancing to second on the wild pitch. 2-1 the count out of Macaulay Bailey. As now home plate umpire Carolyn Zeisler, maybe that one got a piece of her. She's walking off, and she'll return back behind the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike to the dangerous Macaulay Bailey, who is 2 for 2. A 2-run home run and a single up the middle. That led off the bottom half of the second. The 2-1. Bailey watches inside and low, ball 3. Smith on second, here with 2 down. As the Eagles now 5 for 8 with 2 outs in the frame. 4 for 9 with runners in scoring position, and 6 for 12 with runners on base. Eagles really productive so far as Bailey takes ball 4 high. And the train keeps on moving. Here's Hayden Dye looking for her first hit. She's walked and struck out. She was retired for the first out of the inning. Matazowski then was retired. And then Kennedy Warder got on via the error. Brooklyn Lucero, the 2-run blast, and it's just spiraled further since then. First and second for the Eagles. Dye takes. Low for ball 1. Again, it was a dribbler off the bat of Warder to third. Look, a pretty routine play. The third baseman, Florzak. The play was not made, and the Eagles have really capitalized off of that mistake. Dye chops this one back towards third, but it's foul as it clinks off the Wheeling dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Hayden Dye. Brooke Matazowski on deck, Kennedy Warder in the hole for the Eagles. Clark deals. This one low. Smith taking off from second. And she's in there standing up. Nice block by Mummery, but no throw to third. Try and get the speedy Smith. Macaulay Bailey stays put, so now first and third for Carson-Newman, and it's a 2-1 count. Mummery maybe a little shaken up behind the dish, took that one off the chest. She'll take a moment. So while we have a second, let's recap what has gone down offensively so far for the Eagles as Mummery's getting checked out behind the plate. First runs of the ball game came off the bat of Macaulay Bailey, her 2-run home run. And then also in the bottom of the first, Brooklyn Lucero's RBI ground out that scored Hayden Dye. Let's take a look at this pitch real quickly. Skipped off the turf and looks like it got the upper parts of the chest of Mummery behind the dish. Hopefully she is okay. As the Wheeling training staff continues to take a look. Winter Morris walked with the bases loaded. That scored 1. And then Trinity Brooks advanced in a wild pitch. Kennedy Warder scored on that. Macaulay Bailey scored on a pass ball to start off the second inning. And then Brooklyn Lucero's 2-run home run helps the Eagles capitalize on the error by Wheeling. And then Abby Martin reached on a throwing error by the shortstop that scored Trinity Brooks, and Mary Vandergriff came in as well. And the Macy Hughes RBI single caps off what has been 11 runs so far through an inning and 2/3 of offensive work for the Eagles. The catcher Mummery continues to be looked at behind the plate. Hopefully, again, she is all right after taking one off the chest. So as we were talking about, the Eagles getting ready to really get into conference play as Mummery gets back on her feet. Good to see that. And I believe she'll throw her mask back on and she'll be ready to roll. But again, the Eagles getting ready to start conference play head on. Had 2 matchups with Coker, won both, which is big to start off the South Atlantic Conference campaign. But in 3 days, it will face off with Limestone and Marshall at home and at Newberry. And then 2 home series with Lincoln Memorial and Wingate to round out the month of March. Again, the Eagles 4-2 here in March to trek back towards the 500 mark. Went 6-8 in February. As here's a 2-1 to Hayden Dye. It's low ball 3. Bailey on first. Elena Smith on third with 2 down. 3-1 the count to Hayden Dye. An opportunity to either load the bases or at least cash in Smith with 2 down. As Dye awaits the 3-1 offering. Clark looks home and fires. Low, ball 4. Bailey will advance to second. Dye will take her place at first. In steps Brooke Matazowski. Bases juiced with 2 down. This inning has gone on for quite a while, as did the first. Eagles striking early and often as there's an arm in the Wheeling bullpen. See if that change is approaching anytime soon. First pitch to Matazowski, taken high for ball 1. Dye on first, Bailey on second, Smith on third. The Eagles leading 11-0, but an opportunity to add even more here in the second. 5 in the first, 6 in the second. 5 of which coming with 2 outs. The pitch is high for ball 2. It looked for a while there like the only run to score would be the Macaulay Bailey pass ball. She scored on that. And then Dye Matazowski retired back-to-back. Warder gets on via there. It's all gone downhill from there for the Cardinals. 2 balls and no strikes to Matazowski. She'll take on the outer black for strike 1. Two balls and 1 strike to Brooke Matazowski. That's now 6 walks after the most recent one to Hayden Dye at the hand of Maria Clark this afternoon. As here's a 2-1 to Matazowski. It misses for ball 3. Walks have been a problem for Maria Clark this season. Now 46 walks on the season through 32 and a third innings pitch. 3-1 the count. Matazowski steps back in. She takes low, ball 4. That will score 1 more as Elena Smith comes in to touch home. So now that's 7 runs in the frame for the Eagles. Now it looks like Maria Clark's day may be concluded as head coach Mallory Chapman having a chat with Carolyn Zeisler behind the dish. And we'll see if this means a new arm for the Cardinals, and I believe it will. Looks like number 9, Randy Holder, coming out of the dugout, and she will enter for Maria Clark once the conversation behind the dish is concluded. We'll take a look at her numbers. On the other side, Eagles lead 12-0. We'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
New arm in the game for the Cardinals is number 9, Randy Holder. She enters for Maria Clark. Let's take a look at Clark's final line. An inning and 2/3, 9 hits, 12 runs, only 5 of them earned. None of the runs earned in this inning, or none of the runs in this inning are earned because one of them scored on the pass ball, the other 6 came after the error. So Clark's line looks a little better than it seems here in the second. 12-0 Eagles lead. As now Warder will step up with the bases loaded. She takes the first pitch from Holder, low for ball 1. Bases juice for Carson-Newman. Matazowski on first, Dye on second, Macaulay Bailey on third. It's been quite the effort from the Eagles here through the first 2 innings as a 1-0 misses low for ball 2. We'll play 2 this afternoon as the Eagles lead this one 12-0. Warder steps back in. Awaits the offering from Holder right down the middle. Strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to count. The Kennedy Warder off the new arm and Holder. Here's a pitch. Warder grounds it back up the middle, scooped up at short. Taken herself by Hollerick for out number 3. But the Eagles put up a 7 spot in the bottom of the second. And the Eagles lead 12-0. We'll be back at the top of the third here on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Back for the top of the third. It's been an onslaught for the Eagles here through 2. 12-0 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Ryan Wilkes with you, taking you through all of today's action. Again, a doubleheader. First all-time meeting between Carson-Newman and Wheeling. And it's been all Eagles so far. The Eagles kept the inning alive after an error by Hollerick at short. And the Eagles just continued to pile it on from there. Maria Clark would have gotten out of the inning with no runs allowed, but a couple mistakes from her infield and a pass ball behind the plate allowed the Eagles to really pour it on there in the second. It's 12-0. As now Clark will come to the plate. She will still hit as a designated player after exiting the game in the circle. Brief stoppage here in the ball game as Zeisler having a chat with Chapman over at the Wheeling dugout. The Eagles lead by 12 here in the top of the third as Clark will step in to face off with Emma Frost. First pitch of the at-bat to Clark is low at the shins for ball 1. Solid start from Emma Frost so far. She's got 2 strikeouts through 2 innings of work. She wheels and deals the 1-0. This one's swung on a miss. Strike 1. 12 runs on 9 hits for the Eagles. Only 1 hit so far for Wheeling, coming off the bat of Fay. As Cassie Fay was able to poke one through, she eventually got doubled up as this one fouled into the glove of Bailey for strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes to count as Frost ready to deal. Here's a pitch from Frost. This one fouled back as Clark stays alive. Who's catching? Warder. Oh, Worley. Bailey Worley in to catch. Macaulay Bailey no longer behind the plate. Bailey Worley comes in to call the signals for Emma Frost. As here's the next offering from Frost. It's fouled back once again by Clark. She stays alive. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. No one out for the Cardinals here in the top of the third. Looking to get a little action on the scoreboard, trailing by 12 to a 5 spot in the first. 7 in the second. All 5 of the Eagles' runs in the first were earned, but all 7 in the second were unearned. Clark swings and misses. Strike 3, Emma Frost with the punch out. That's 3 now on the day for Emma Frost. As the rise ball gets underneath the bat of Clark for out number 1. Pinch hitter in for the Cardinals. That's number 19, Katie Sayre. Same situation on the infield for Carson-Newman, other than Martin moves over to second. Brooks in center. And Elena Smith now at first. So Sayre steps in. No one on and one away. First pitch to her. Misses for ball 1. So Warder out of the ball game. Martin now at second. Vandergrift still in right. And Trinity Brooks in center field. The pitch to Sayre misses low for ball 1. One down for Emma Frost in the Eagle defense. Another change in left. It's Brooke Taylor staying in left field for the Eagles. So we'll take a look at the updated defense here in a moment, as this one's in there for strike 2. So from left to right, Brooke Taylor in left, Trinity Brooks in center, Mary Vandergrift in right. In the infield, it's Smith at first, Martin at second, Dye at short, Matazowski at third. Here's a pitch to Sayre, misses high, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Katie Sayre, coming in to pinch hit, hitting .250 on the season. As the next offering from Frost. In there, strike 2. So Sayre in the box, Stoner on deck, Paxson in the hole. As again, only 1 hit. And we haven't been through 1 trip of the order for the Cardinals, but we're on our 3rd trip through the Eagles order. 2-2, chopped back towards third. It will stay foul as Matazowski comes up throwing. Will not matter as the count remains 2-2 on the foul ball off the bat of Sayre. Again, Wheeling looking to get back on the winning side of things. As you take a look at this corkscrew off the bat of Sayre, it was kind of towing the line a little bit, but spun just foul. Wheeling has dropped 8 consecutive games after starting season 3-8, now 3-16 on the season. As the next offering to Sayre, swung on a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Emma Frost. She's up to 4. As she gets the pinch hitter Sayre to retire. Nice pitch again, using that rise ball effectively. Sayre, nice at bat for her, but was well behind that pitch. And Frost gets her for out number 2. Here's a pitch to Stoner. It clips the inside corner for strike 1. The senior hitting a 154 on the year in the 9-hole this afternoon here in game 1. Here's the 0-1 from Emma Frost. Squares around the bunt to Stoner. She pulls back, but it's called strike 2 nonetheless. Emma Frost looking to strike out the side here on the top of inning number 3. Up 0-2 against Natalie Stoner. Frost looks home to Worley behind the dish, deals the 0-2. This one popped high towards shallow left. Dye retreats and makes the play for out number 3. 2 strikeouts for Emma Frost in the top of the 3rd and gets Stoner to pop out to end the frame. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Eagles lead big. It's 12-0 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Back for the bottom of the third. The Eagles look for more of the same, leading 12-0. 7-8-9 due up. Brooklyn Lucero, who launched her first home run of the season, will step in to lead it off. 7-8-9 in the Eagle order is 3 for 4 this afternoon. As Lucero 1 for 2, Vandergrift 1 for 1, and Brooks 1 for 1 as well. Bottom three, Eagles lead big 12-0 here in this one. As Lucero awaits the first pitch of the at-bat from Holder. That one's low for ball one. Didn't get a chance to look at Holder's numbers, but we will now. 14.25 ERA. Mentioned the ERA, a big point of emphasis for Wheeling. Again, actually hitting better average-wise than the Eagles are this year, but the pitching has been the problem, as next pitch from Holder is in there for strike one. 18 2/3 innings pitch. 0-4 win-loss record. 38 earned runs, 10 walks, 17 strikeouts for Holder on the season. As she deals the next pitch to Lucero. She lifts it left side, but foul off the fencing of the Wheeling dugout. Count remains 1-2 as Vandergrift awaits on deck. Brooks in the hole. Change behind the plate. Sayre in to call the signals for Randy Holder on the mound. Other than that, the Wheeling alignment stays the same. Next pitch to Lucero, misses low for ball two. In the bottom of inning number 3, Eagles in run rule territory. Looking to add more here in the third inning. Again, we'll play 2 this afternoon. First all-time meeting between Carson-Newman and Wheeling. The Cardinals out of Wheeling, West Virginia. The 2-2 misses, ball 3. The Eagles have been efficient at the plate. Very solid, 9-17 so far. The bigger note, 6-13 with runners on, 5 of 9 with 2 outs, and 4 of 10 with runners in scoring position. Lucero offers that and misses a pitch up high. Strike 3. Holder gets the punch out for out number 1. Nice pitch there from Randy Holder. The rise ball. Lucero not able to get a piece of it. A little bit behind that one was Brooklyn Lucero, as they'll bring Mary Vandergrift to the dish. She walked and singled and ended up coming around to score. And her second time on the base pass, as this one down the middle for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to the senior Mary Vandergrift. Made a really heads-up play on the Trinity Brooks ground ball a moment ago. We'll talk about that in the second, as this one misses high for ball 1. Brooks grounded one to the right side, and it was bobbled by the second baseman, Faye. Vandergrift had the heads up to go from second to third, while Faye was trying to figure it out at second, as the next pitch to Vandergrift misses for ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike for the right-handed hitting Mary Vandergrift. She'll lift this one to center. It gets down for a base hit. Nice day so far for Vandergrift at the plate. She notches the Eagles' 10th hit of the afternoon, and that'll bring Trinity Brooks back up to the plate. Just lifted that one enough to center. Got down in front of Stoner for a 1-out base knock. Right on the outskirts of the Carson-Newman logo in center field, as Vandergrift stands aboard first with 1 away. First pitch of the at-bat to Brooks. She lifts it to left center. That'll get down in the gap. It rolls past the left fielder. Mary Vandergrift rounding third. She'll come in to score. Brooks chugging for third. Dives in head first. That's an RBI triple for the freshman Trinity Brooks. And the Eagles have their 13th run of the ball game. It's 13-0. Paxton was playing up, and Brooks slapped it through the hole in left center. And Paxton was already behind it. She had to run it down all the way at the wall. Vandergrift comes in to score from first, and Brooks uses her speed, gets all the way to third. As that'll bring Abby Martin to the plate. That misses low, ball one. Martin 2 for 3 at the plate, 2 singles, and then she reached on an error. Brooks on third with 1 away, as the Eagles yet to go down scoreless in a frame here in this ball game. Next one misses for ball 2. Trinity Brooks in the 9-hole now 2 for 2 on the day. She stands on third after scoring Mary Vandergriff on the RBI triple. 2 crooked numbers on the scoreboard and a 1 here in the third as Martin pops this one up right side. Kay in foul ground makes the play. Brooks fakes from third. She'll pull back as Abby Martin fouls out to first for the second out of the frame. Here's Elena Smith. She'll get her first plate appearance of the day. Bailey Worley on deck, same for her, coming in from Macaulay Bailey. Nice job by Kay in foul ground to make the play for the second out. Brooks still on third as Holder looks to limit the damage to 1. Smith fouls it off. Count moves 0-1. So as I mentioned, 2 crooked numbers in the first and second. 5 in the first for the Eagles, 7 in the second, all coming with 2 outs in the inning. And all of them unearned. 1 now here in the third, looking for more with Elena Smith at the dish. Here's the 0-1. This misses low. Nice block by Sarah behind the plate to hold Brooks at third. With Trinity Brooks on a pass ball anywhere, it's likely to score her with her speed. So nice job by the newly entered Sarah behind the dish. Came in for Mummery as she was shaken up an inning ago. As Smith watches low, ball 2.
So it makes it look a little bit better.
Smith in the box, Worley on deck, Dye in the hole. I believe Worley will be getting her first cuts at the plate this season. Smith awaits the 2-1, the pitch. Grounded up the middle and through. Brooks comes in easy from third. Elena Smith with an RBI single, and the Eagles lead by 2 touchdowns. It's 14-0. Eagles really using that middle infield. I've seen multiple balls hit right back up the middle, and Smith does so right there. Brooks comes in no problem from third. Guys, here is Bailey Worley. She's coming to score 2 runs, but getting her first plate appearance this year. As this one in for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to count. 2 down, Worley with the chance to get her first knock of the year. First at bat for the sophomore out of Black Mountain, North Carolina. This misses outside and low. Ball 1. Worley, a transfer from Pfeiffer. Will await the 0-1. Smith on first after the 2-out single. Worley cuts and misses down low for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to Bailey Worley, coming in to catch from Macaulay Bailey. Caught the top of the third and now gets her first cuts in the box. Here's the pitch from Holder. It's low and away, ball 1. Worley in the box, Dye on deck, Matazowski in the hole for Carson-Newman, leading this one by 14. The pitch to Worley. Just misses high, ball 2. "14 runs on 12 hits for the Eagles, and Emma Frost has held the Cardinals to just 1 hit through 3 innings of work. She's got 4 strikeouts as well. Another productive start from her. Pitch from Holder, catches the outside black of the plate, strike 3. And that's how the bottom of the third comes to a close. But the Eagles get 2 runs. Elena Smith with an RBI single, and Trinity Brooks with an RBI triple. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Eagles lead 14-0 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
New arm for the Eagles, it's Lexi Lacey coming in to pitch for Emma Frost. Her final line, 3 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, 4 strikeouts. And obviously no earned runs here in this ball game. Faced 9 batters. They didn't retire them all, but got Emma Fay on a line-out double play to short. As that'll bring in Paxson here with no one out. Lacey deals first pitch of the at-bat, shot back to short. Dye scoops it up on the hop, throw to first. Is just in time to get the speedy Paxson for out number 1. Hard chopper to Dye, did a nice job fielding that hop and threw across in time for the first out. Hard hit ball by Paxson. Dye sure-handed over at short, makes a long throw. Nice stretch by Smith for the first out. Here's Kelsey Green as the lefty Lacey deals. This one dribbled left side towards Matazowski at third, but it's foul. So looking at Lexi Lacey's numbers, she's pitched 7 1/3 innings on the season. 17 hits allowed, 7 earned runs. No walks, and 1 strikeout for her. An 0-1 win-loss record here in the 2024 season. She'll deal this one. Chopped basically same spot and same result towards Matazowski at third. It's foul. No balls and 2 strikes to count to Kelsey Green. As that one started foul but took a weird hop. Started fair, took a weird hop, and spun foul. No balls and 2 strikes to count to Kelsey Green, getting her second at bat of the day. As Lacey deals, this one popped out towards short. Dye makes the play for out number 2. Busy half inning for Hayden Dye so far. She's recorded both outs of the frame. As now Madison Kay steps up for her second at bat. Again, just starting the second trip through the Wheeling order. We've been through Carson-Newman's quite a few times, as Eagles have put up 14 through 3 innings. First pitch of the at-bat to Kay. Gets the outside edge for strike 1. Solid start so far out of the bullpen for Lexi Lacey. 2 up, 2 down. As she's pitched to contact so far. Next pitch to Kay, grounded right side, scooped up by Martin, throw to first is in time. 1-2-3 for Lexi Lacey and the Eagles in the top of the 4th. We'll head to the bottom. Eagles lead 14-0. Looking to add more here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Bottom 4 here at the Vic. Eagles lead 14-0 on the Eagles Sports Network. Ryan Wilkes taking you through all the coverage of this doubleheader. First all-time meeting between Wheeling and Carson-Newman, and so far it's been all Eagles. 1-2-3 inning from Lexi Lacey out of the bullpen after Emma Frost toss the first 3. As Hayden Dye will step in to take the first cuts of the bottom of the 4th. First pitch from Holder is in for strike 1. Slight breeze blowing out towards right center here on a sunny, slightly cloudy, just a couple wispy clouds in the backdrop of the Vic. Chilly afternoon though. We're 10 days into March as here's the 0-1 to Dye. Off-speed pitch misses low for ball 1. Nice pitch there from Holder, just missed the bottom of the zone. And she went with the off-speed. Dye 0 for 1 this afternoon, 2 walks and a strikeout. And this being her 4th trip to the plate. The 1-1 in there, strike 2. Nice pitch from Holder as she's starting to find a rhythm. Again, the Wheeling pitching staff trying to find its legs. Here in the season, they rank 257th out of 260 Division II softball schools in team ERA. That one's low and away, ball 2. Here in a moment, we'll take a look around the South Atlantic Conference, get into the early standings as conference play really getting set to take off. All teams, except for UVA Wise, who's played the most conference games at 4. Most teams have played 2. It's this one misses high. For ball 3. Wingate and UVA Wise, the only 2 teams in the South Atlantic Conference to play 4 conference games so far. Limestone follows with 3. As Dye lifts this one deep center, back on into Stoner near the track, and she'll make the play for out number 1. Deep fly out for Hayden Dye for the first out. As now we'll have another pinch hitter for the Eagles. That'll be number 88, Allie Goodwin. So Goodwin in to pinch hit for Brooke Matazowski. As a sophomore left-handed hitter will step in with 1 down. No one aboard for her as she'll watch the first pitch outside corner for strike 1. Taking a look at the South Atlantic Conference, Lenore Ryan, best record by far so far overall in the season, 23-5. They sit first in the South Atlantic Conference with a 2-0 mark. As Goodwin lifts this one to right center, it's down for a base hit. Off the glove of the right fielder, and Allie Goodwin gets a loud reception from the Eagle faithful and her bench. In her first at bat of the year, she rips a base knock, and she's aboard with 1 away. Nice swing, got her hands inside that ball. Confident swing from Allie Goodwin in her first at bat of the season, and she's aboard. She'll get pinch ran for here as Brooke Matazowski re-enters. Again, I said it earlier, for an 11:30 first pitch, you wouldn't be able to tell. The Eagles have been energized today, and it shows on the scoreboard. 14 runs on 13 hits, and you can hear it loud and clear. The Eagle dugout has been excited this afternoon as Brooke Taylor will step in for her second at-bat of the year. First pitch to her. Inside corner, called strike 1. Talking about the South Atlantic Conference, Carson-Newman with a 2-0 mark in its first 2 games played. Wingate 3-1 in conference play. 3 teams have yet to play a conference game in Catawba, Mars Hill, and Anderson. The 0-1 to Taylor is swung on a missed strike 2. The Eagles will see Mars Hill on the 16th. Before that, they will see Limestone, who's 1-2 through 3 conference games played, but 15-7 mark overall for the Saints. The 0-2 to Taylor misses low and away, ball 1. The Eagles have met with Coker. The only 2 games in South Atlantic Conference play so far. The Eagles took both of those, 9-3 in game 1, and an 18-11 slugfest in game 2. Eagles trailed by as much as 6 in that ball game as Taylor takes inside corner, called strike 3. Holder with the punch out of Taylor for out number 2. And that will bring Brooklyn Lucero back to the dish. So Goodwin pinch hits for Matazowski, who re-enters. She's on first. And Lucero lifts one to center, Going back to the track, to the wall, it's gone. Brooklyn Lucero's second bomb of the day. And second overall as she makes it 16-0. What a day for Brooklyn Lucero in the box. 2 home runs to dead center field. And she puts up the Eagles' 15th and 16th runs of this ball game. Got underneath that one, lifted to dead center. As it just kept on carrying. Again, that wind maybe helping it a little bit towards right center field as she leaves the yard for the second time this afternoon. And the Eagles continue to balloon this advantage here in the bottom of the fourth. It's 16-0. That'll bring Mary Vandergrift to the plate with 2 down. The Eagles have yet to go down scoreless in this ball game. 5 in the first, 7 in the second, and 2 apiece in the third and the fourth. Vandergrift steps in, no one on and 2 down. The pitch from Holder is high, gets off the glove of Sarah behind the dish. No harm, no foul, with no one aboard with 2 down. Vandergrift 2 for 2. She's got 2 base knocks in this ball game. As she awaits the 1-0. That misses high, ball 2. Vandergrift in the box, Trinity Brooks on deck. Then that will give way to the top of the order and Abby Martin, who's 2 for 4. Eagles hitting over 500 on the day, 14-27. As Vandergrift watches low and away, ball 3. Big note in this ball game, Eagles with 2 outs, 7 of 12. So the Eagles have not backed down with 2 away and have been productive in that situation. This one is in for strike 1 as Vandergrift takes all the way in a 3-0 count. Holder's been solid out of the pen for Wheeling. 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 earned runs. She has 3 strikeouts. As Vandergrift watches a 3-1 outside, ball 4. In steps Trinity Brooks, 2 for 2 this afternoon. Had the RBI triple in her last at-bat. As Vandergrift aboard first. Brooks has been a big highlight for the Eagles, hitting .312 as a true freshman. And she really is a weapon, especially when she gets on base. As the first pitch to her, slapped foul. Mentioned the Eagles 7-8-9. They've gone 6 for 8 this afternoon. With Lucero 2 for 4, Vandergrift 2 for 2, and Brooks 2 for 2. A lot of production at the bottom of the order for Carson-Newman this afternoon as Brooks takes outside, ball 1. Tough afternoon so far for Wheeling. 1 for 12 at the plate. Eagles have had over double the amount of plate appearances so far. As here's the 1-1 to Brooks. She dances away from the pitch inside, ball 2. It's also been the Eagles supporting cast that has came to play today. Allie Goodwin with the base hit in her first plate appearance of the year. As here's a pitch to Brooks. It's inside, deflects off the glove of Sarah. Probably is what indicated the ball call. She called that one cleanly. It could have been called strike 2. Actually, it was called strike 2. This count moves 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 to Brooks. Slap left side, scooped up. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. But the Eagles get 2 more off of Brooklyn Lucero's second 2-run home run of the afternoon. We'll head top 5. Eagles look to close this one out in run rule fashion. 16-0 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Top 5. Eagles lead 16-0. Lexi Lacey looks to give the Eagles a win in a run rule fashion. Wheeling will have to put up 8 runs in this frame to stay alive as we're through 4. Eagles lead 16-0. Here's a first pitch to Faye. Misses for ball 1. Productive first inning for Lexi Lacey out of the bullpen. She throws a scoreless 4th. As here's a 1-0 to Faye. She grounds it up the middle, a base hit. Second hit of the afternoon for Wheeling. Second hit for Faye. She has both knocks for Wheeling. Last time she got aboard, she was doubled up on a line drive to short. Ripped that one right back where it came from. Hard hit ball at the bat of Cassie Faye. That'll bring Florzak to the plate with no one out. As the lefty Lexi Lacey looks home and deals. This one line to right. Vandergrift back on it, but it gets over her head. Faye will round second and head for third. Florzak will pull up at second, and Faye at third. That's a double for Anna Florzak. Back-to-back knocks for Wheeling. As Florzak got a good piece of that one. Vandergrift, solid effort to get back to that one, but just over her head. As now Jenna Hollerick will step in. No one out. Wheeling with its first opportunity to get on the scoreboard here, and this one will have to do a lot of that to keep this game alive. It could be a nice confidence boost for game 2 if it's able to do so. First pitch to Hollerick misses low for ball 1. And we will play 2 about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. We'll get rolling for game number 2 between Wheeling and Carson-Newman. As Lacey deals a 1-0. Hollerick grounds it left side to Dye at short. She scoops it up. Third to first is in time. But Faye will come in to score from third. So a productive first out off the bat of Jenna Hollerick, and Wheeling dents the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon. Routine play for Dye. But Faye easily scores. It's 16-1. Pinch hitter for Wheeling will be Sarah Florzak stepping in, wearing number 12 in white. Both teams wearing white today, but the Eagles donning the navy blue pants. Wheeling wearing the bright red pants, which makes the distinction much easier between the two sides. Runner on second for Wheeling here with 1 down after the fielder's choice RBI off the bat of Jenna Hollerick. First pitch to Florzak, runs high, ball 1. Wheeling needs 7 more runs at least to keep this game alive. Actually 8 to make it a 7-run ball game. But still able to dent the scoreboard late. Could be morale boost for the Cardinals heading into game 2. Florzak right side towards Smith at first. Really nice play on a hop as she takes first herself. She thought it was a foul ball, and now going to third is Anna Florzak, and she's retired. Interesting way to end this ball game. As Elena Smith made the play down the first baseline, Anna Florzak thought it was foul. It was definitely fair, and Smith takes it herself. And then Anna Florzak retreating back to second. She thought it was a foul ball, and she's doubled up at third. What a way to end that one. Carson-Newman wins 16-1. As the Cardinals do get 1 run on the top of the 5th, obviously not enough to extend that game. We'll be back here in about 30 minutes for game number 2. Eagles dominate in game 1. We'll see how game number 2 unfolds here on the Eagles Sports Network.